So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Them old rappers, man, them niggas, bro. Have you seen any of these old rappers who be like, yo, they're the foundation of hip hop, really living good? Them niggas be looking really dusty. I kid you not. And none of y'all try to come for me because I don't fuck with y'all niggas either. So I'm just tell y'all the truth. Y'all be looking like every time there be like an old nigga talking about him, like, yo, bro, you sure you invented this? Because everybody else living better than you.
This is something that came to my attention. It came to my attention that a DJ, and I'm not gonna say any names because I don't think it's necessary. A DJ basically said that you know, a lot of the pioneers in hip hop are, you know, they're dusty, or how can they be the person that you know, invented hip hop if you know, they don't have a lot of money, or if they don't look or represent like they have a lot of dough, right? Let me explain something to you, and say this for you guys. Don't confuse someone's ability to develop a business model. Don't conflate. In other words, don't think just because somebody knows how to get money or fails to get money that they didn't make a contribution to the culture. No one discusses Miles Davis's bank account. We don't talk about John Coltrane's bank account. We don't talk about a lot of even rock musicians, a lot of them. We don't talk about their bank accounts. A lot of great country artists, we don't talk about their bank accounts. This idea that you have to have money or else you don't have any value is a bad idea, and it's kind of like, it's a misinformed way of looking at the world and the culture. There are artists out here. First of all, let me say this. First of all, you know, like, let's talk about like young artists, right? Who I love. I love the young artists. Let's be clear. I'm very much a guy who embraces the young artists. I believe in every generation. I believe in you. I care about you. Let me say this to you though. Today, you could come up with your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan, your 20-year plan. You can go find a manager, you can find an accountant, you could find somebody that means something to you, you know, to help you. You could find a team to help your career go to the next level. When hip hop first started, there were no managers. There were no accountants that believed in it. Record companies didn't even believe in it.
The King's back! Thank y'all once again for tuning into the one and only Blake Check. It's the culture commentator, King Blake, checking in with y'all again. More content for your head top. Now listen, what you just heard was a legend. What you just heard was a forefather, a pioneer, a trailblazer, addressing Akademiks for his comments about other trailblazers and forefathers in our hip-hop culture. Now, let's break this down. See, Akademiks is a Jamaican who happened to come up around the time where the internet was blossoming with a lot of SoundCloud rappers and a lot of the Chicago rappers that was coming up. So what you can learn quickly if you listen to Ak or pay attention to his platform, he's not one that is of our culture. He's not from our culture. So his reflections on the groundwork put in by our forefathers and our leaders reflects when you hear him make comments like the one that he made about them looking dusty and being broke and all of that. Because you know what? That whole lack of respect for that older generation and for those who came before us, that started probably around the late 90s to 2000s, where money became the focal point in rap music, right? Because before that, it was all about the skills. If I could rap better than you, if I could talk better than you. But when the drug dealer rap came into the game, it became more about, look how much money I got because I was hustling that much on the streets and making it like that on the streets. So eventually the glorification of the almighty dollar became passed down from generation to generation to now, where it's like the people who people admire the most are people like Diddy, people like Jay-Z, because those are the people who have the most money. Dr. Dre, not because these people are the most thought-provoking, the most inspirational, the most influential, because they are the most paid and they live the lifestyle that has influenced the Instagram generation that we see before us. So regardless of how much you bring on a moral level, how much you've taught people, somebody like Jadakiss is a teacher, bro, because Jadakiss has raised people on his bars, putting principles and morals and music, street principles, and just being a man. Like those things, if Jadakiss was broke, people would look at Jadakiss as just another dusty bum rapper who could rap his ass off. But what does that mean? Because then it goes back to the glorification of money. So Akademiks is one. As a Jamaican, he should understand a lot of those early reggae artists, they did not get paid and they were not profiting off of the music industry the way Vibes and other artists are today. So for him to come into our culture and disregard the four founders as just dusty and broke and all of that, man, we are not going to let that narrative live. And shout out to LL Cool J for being an active forefather who could speak out and let the world know that ain't rocking. And in this culture, that's what we gotta do. We gotta have those principles that we stand on. And disrespecting our forefathers and the ones who put that work in before you ain't cool, because if it wasn't for these people, you wouldn't be able to come out here and know I gotta watch out for this and that, because they're gonna try to jerk me on my publishing, because they did it to LL, they did it to the Locks, they did it. You have all these examples before you that make you have an understanding of making sure your business is together today. But either way, I say that to say this is just another indication of the culture going wrong, and we gotta curve that. We gotta understand that money don't make you the man. Money is just a tool for resources, and you are able to get and obtain more things, but that does not make you the better, bigger, or best person in that situation. All right, so let's not be fooled. Let's respect the elders. You heard? And what y'all think, man? Is these dudes just old, dusty, and just need to go somewhere? Or do we need to set up a union for them, right? Like, do in the NFL, the retired players, once you retired and you played a certain amount of years, you're straight for the rest of your life, because these guys who's now making these $200-300 million deals, some of the money that is being generated by these teams is going to taking care of the older people. So that's maybe what they need to look into establishing in rap. I don't know. Like I always say, this is food for thought. Man, y'all let me know, am I tripping, or is this what we really need to put in place and keep that whole wacko mentality of money over everything in check? King Blake, I'm out of here.